yeah, let me start this by bringing some stuff here. Okay, yes, what I have here is a Dune prop that I'm about to put together. This is a sand compactor. This was printed by Luis from Corellia Creations. I intersected with them on the Replica Props forum. Yeah. They 3D printed this. This was drawn by Marco Mackay from Mystery Makers. And the STL files are, as far as I can tell, totally accurate. They are absolutely lovely. I bought a Chris knife from these guys. I've been playing around with that off camera. And then they told me they made some other Dune props. And I was like, I will buy all the Dune props. And these are 3D printed in a resin. I don't know what resin this is, but it is really nice. I can feel some resolution marks from the layers, but these are paint ready. There's just no post finishing required on these. There's a couple of artifacts. Actually, where is it? One here. It's just one of those. Sometimes you get these artifacts from resin. And you can see that this one was probably printed like this, and there's like a little, you can't see it, but there's like a little thinner part here. Again, inconsequential considering how much work 3D prints usually need. And so I'm going to assemble this. The Corellia Creations have done a wonderful job of including these little, what look like 1/4-inch pins and 3 holes. And the really nice part about this build is that the triangles created by the 3 holes are different for each part that mates. Therefore, it looks like there's only one way to kind of put this all together, which is really nice. They have also included a handy assembly chart of all the parts. And yeah, I'm basically going to glue this together with some CA glue. There's nothing that needs to be complicated about this. It's a non-functioning prop. It is just going to be the weight that it is. I may make it, I may end up making this removable and boring out the center. That's always something I kind of like to do with props, is to free up the middle. But I'm not going to work too hard to clamp these parts into the lathe and hold on to them and mark, that's a lot of work. I think what I may do, and like I said, I have some other props to build from these guys. This is the first one. I may just do a straight up glue assembly on this, leave a couple of parts out for some detail painting, and then get to some simple weathering. The props in Dune are really, really beautiful. And one of the things that is so lovely about them is how workaday they seem. They seem like extensions of mature technologies that may be similar in some ways to technologies we're familiar with and may not be. As I've said on the channel many times before, I'm like obsessed with Dune. I love its art direction. I love the prop design, the production design, the costume design. And so over the next few months, you are likely to see a lot more Dune from me. So yeah, I think, let me get my ducks in a row, make sure I have the CA glue that I want, and a finger sander, and then we'll assemble. Interesting. One of the great things that happens from time to time is that movie studios will put their stuff on display at a location the public can go see. And it looks like they did this. Well, sorry, it doesn't look like they did this with the Dune props. They were on one of the studio lots. And so I managed to get some close-up photos that somebody took of those. And they're fabulous reference. They're really, really stunning. So let's see. Yeah, orange metallic. There isn't real metallic quality to this piece in here. I will keep that separate from this because it's darker. The rest of this is a real, almost this entire prop is olive with some slightly darker accents. It's like a military issue thing. That's what it looks like. So right off the bat, there's this guy, which to be fair, I'm not going to glue. I'm actually going to make that a little screw moment. Simply because I'd like that to turn. I figure if that is a lanyard, yeah, look, they've got a little thing through it. These props, I believe, also all done by Doug Harlocker's team. Doug did the props for Blade Runner 2049. Clearly, Denis loves his work, and his work is deeply lovable. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. I have yet to find a detail that's not dead on the money in these STL files from Marco Markai. I believe his last name is pronounced Markai, M-A-K-A-J, Makai. I don't think it's McCadge. Pretty sure it's not. Anyway, deep respect, Marco. These files are beautiful. I'm looking over these. I'm like trying to figure out what's slightly wrong with them. Yeah, okay. One little thing is that these gear teeth, I think, are a little wide, just a tiny bit. I think this bottom piece here might be just a tad thick, but minor quibbles. Minor quibbles. Okay. Nice. All right, I'm going to use a little center finder here to find the center of this. Oh, you know what? Let's do this on the drill press. Here's something I'd like to just call out, which is I wanted a really nicely centered hole inside the center of this thing, and I marked it with pencil, and then I used one of these Brad Point woodworker bits, which gives me a needle, right? That little chisel point needle top to start with, and I get a really, really respectably centered hole when I put this behind it. You can see that is dead on. That's a high degree of accuracy. There are times when I watch stuff on YouTube and I'm like, how do they get so accurate? And I forget, if you like mark things carefully in pencil and use the right tools that don't wander and things like that, you can have that accuracy too. So, right, now I want to put a little nut in there. This is great. I tapped the hole just wide enough, so just deep enough so that I didn't tap the hole fully, which means that there's some unfinished threads, and that actually gives me a little bit of a slip fit, because as this screw works its way into the plastic, that last depth, it's like pushing against these half-formed threads and gives me almost like a nylock kind of security. Yeah. That's great. I love that. That's secure. That's not going anywhere. That's actually paintable. And that. So I need to pop a little hole. When you're marking center, don't ever settle for 2 marks. They just prove that you can cross 2 lines. It's that third mark has to cross the same point that the other 2 marks cross. Then you're good. that's gonna bug me. That's for sure. Oh yeah, there's some little infills in there to take care of. All right, so that's again the bottom, and that's that. We're just gonna do a test fit before we glue. Come on. There you go. That's actually quite lovely. I dig it. I dig it. The bottom assembly is good, and I am now going to add this section like this, but I'm going to drill a bigger hole in here. No. These are lovely pieces, by the way. I'm really impressed with them. It's just, yeah, gorgeous. Even with the runic Arakan symbols here. Yeah. Next one is the long columnar mofo. Yeah, I'm gonna drill a hole out of the center of that one too. Here we are, the moment of truth. All right, let's get a little acceleration onto the equation. Yeah, that piece is black, and so is that. So I will leave those out and paint them separately. This piece I will also paint separately because it is also black. Ladies and gentlemen, none of us should be under illusions that this was a tough build. It's a big unit, but I gotta say, the printing is perfect. Like, there's just no finish lines. Sometimes you can hear them, but you can't really see them. The flatness of everything has been just delightful. It seems to take CA glue just beautifully. It drills well, it machines well. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. So the next stage is for me to clear a bunch of this tool stuff and get down to painting this. We're going to start out with a primer. It's not a complex paint job, but it'll be a satisfying one to get.
I hold at your neck the gom jabbar. Poison.
You know what I can't say? I can't stop saying. They printed me one of the needles, the Gom Jabbar needles, and I mean, they're just beautiful. And Charlotte Rampling is so good in the movie. And so I'm just like walking around for the last few days going,
I hold at your neck the gom jabbar. Poison needle. The test is simple. Remove your hand from the box and you die.
I just love hearing her say that. What I really want is one of these in titanium. I want to print one in titanium. But for right now, this is lovely. Yes, I have the box. Yes, I have the paint box, and I'm going to paint it, not in this video. I got to work my energy up for painting that one. It's a lovely piece. A couple more little parts to make. Yes. That's it. That's what I want. I had a spray paint accident. Well, that's why we put down paper. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I got over everything. It's a long story. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be there. That's for sure. It's just, oh, that was boring. All right, let's see here. Well, I had one can of lacquer that was recalcitrant and wouldn't clear up. and then it blew up on me. Sometimes what clears them is banging the can, and I'll admit, reader, I was frustrated, and I banged the can, and I separated it out here, and it sprayed all that way. I'm really lucky it didn't spray on my face. I mean, I was wearing a respirator, but that would have been ugly. At any rate, I sprayed it all over there. Yeah. All right. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to work on another build. Sand compactor is dry. And now it's worth really taking a look and seeing just how beautiful this thing is. I mean, I know it feels big to me, but it doesn't look giant here. And now I'm going to hold it up and you'll see just how big it is. This is, again, look at these. I did nothing but use crazy glue and a can of primer. Okay, and I drilled and tapped and stuff. But, like, this is gorgeous. The glyphs on here, they're going to age really well. I've got a beautiful matte green camouflage. I'm going to use that for everything but this and these. It's right, so it's just this. Yeah, here we go. Painting's a lot of waiting. I really appreciate Ted Woodford when he does this stuff. Like, he's like waiting for some stuff to set for a couple of days while he's working on other stuff. I tend to get so impatient. I'm not good at letting stuff dry like that, but I actually just shot a whole another one-day build while this was drying. Here we go. You get spray paint finger. I get spray paint finger. If I do too much spray painting, I have to switch to the thumb. I think this is a terrific green. That should do for now. I'll take a second pass at it. This looks terrible. I don't like that. I want more of a metallic look. So let's try this. All right. I do kind of like that. Yeah, I've used a little bit of red and orange and silver. It's not quite what I was hoping for, but it's close enough. I've got a bunch of layers of spray paint. Everything needs to dry tonight. So I'm going to put everything away. Let's see. Yeah, we're almost done. But I think it just needs one more. It needs a night to cure. This guy is ready to go. And so is this one. And I'm going to give those just a little bit of weathering. I'm happy with that. I'll be able to clean up that edge. Right. That sits there. That is good. That piece is ready to go. This one is also ready to go. This one is close. Oh, I want to get a little black on there.
I hope you'll make the Gom Jabbar. The test is simple. Remove your hand from the box and you die.
It's the next day. The sand compactor looks great. This paint job is wonderful. I'm going to give it a semi-gloss since it feels, I feel like I'm seeing a semi-gloss underneath the dust. So I'm definitely going to give it a semi-gloss, but yeah, I'll leave these parts out. I am also happy with how this came out. I'm happy with how it looks. I may do a tiny little bit of a wash in the corner just to, oh yeah, right. And I also have to paint this guy here in the middle. That's actually the next big thing. So I'm gonna do a semi-gloss clear coat on this and a mask on this, and then we should be good. There it is. That's the one. I thought I'd press record. Sorry. I clear coated the I keep wanting to call it the trash compactor, the sand compactor. It's an archival semi-gloss that I really like, golden. I might have put it on a little bit thick. I might have laid it on a little thick. We'll see. That took a minute. Power strip after power strip. I blew them. Things are dry. I'm pleased with how they look. I've got a semi-gloss finish on here, which I'm gonna knock back with a little steel wool. But first, I'm gonna pop this in. I am not going to glue this part in. I would like it to remain, sorry. I'm not going to glue this part in because I'd like to be able to keep on modifying this thing if I need to. I am going to install its bits of hardware. Yep. And yeah, I'm very excited. We're almost done. I've got it all together. I've got the thing. I've made the little trapezoidal carabiners here. I've made the end. It spins. Very happy. Now it's time to add the dust. The spice. Yeah, so I'm going to do that with some Fuller's Earth. So that's what happens next. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that red. It's a lovely prop. I particularly like the glyphs here. They're lovely. Yeah, that, I'm very, very happy with that. My hat is off to you guys. It is a beautiful STL. It is a beautiful set of prints. They were really, really fun to put together. Thank you guys for joining me for this one-day build. I'm Adam Savage, and I will see you in the sands of Arrakis.